Hey guys, Paul and Bruce here, and somebody, I'm not gonna name any names, somebody said that Star Wars and Star Trek are basically the same thing. Now I'm here to tell you, no they're not. Now don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of both Star and Trek Wars, but they're not the same thing. In fact, to imply that they're the same thing would not only be stupid, it would be offensive. You gotta know the comparison started because they both have star in the name. That's all it is. That's the only reason there's even a comparison here. You might say, oh, they're both sci-fi. No! That's so stupid. Look, it's kind of like if I had a car that was a red Subaru, okay? And then somebody drives up in a monster truck and it's just got flames on it and they're like, whoa, that's the same car. That's what you're doing! And we all know who to blame for this. Bill. This is the Starship Enterprise, the main ship of Star Trek. Now, a lot of the ships in Star Trek look like this. While there are some exceptions, this is the majority. Now compare that to Star Wars. This right here is just a small selection of ships from the movies, but as you can see, there's a lot of diversity. Something you don't really get in Star Trek. And yeah, I know the Klingons have their own fighter craft, but come on, you know that's a faulty argument. Okay, now let's say you pull up every single thing from Star Trek, every deepest fan fiction, every rehash, everything, to get enough ships, enough lasers, enough phasers, whatever you need to match Star Wars, alright? Okay, cool. The shows and the movies are about different things. The entire premise of it is different. Star Trek is a story about discovery. That's in the name. Star Trek, you're trekking amongst the stars. Star Wars is a war that is taking place amongst the stars. Star Trek, for the most part, is a thought experiment on what could potentially happen if humanity threw down their borders and united under one flag, the United Federation of Planets. That is why they're on a peaceful mission. Though they do come into contact with hostile enemies, for the most part they come in peace. This is done to show the power of unity. There are various different alien species on each ship, and when racism does come into the picture, things go awry. And only through unity can the ship live long and prosper. Now, on the other hand, Star Wars is about good versus evil, and how that's always not the most black and white thing. Take Luke Skywalker. He was indeed the protagonist, but he did show glimpses of going to the dark side. And with Darth Vader, at the very end, as we know, he turned against the Emperor in an act of benevolence. Now, the Emperor was to Darth Vader what Yoda was to Luke, a pure ideological figure. The Emperor was pure evil, and Yoda was pure good, both of them dying by the end of the series. This is also shown when Luke defeated what appeared to be Darth Vader on Dagobah, only to see that under the mask it was his face, showing that even he had traces of evil inside. Another worthy thing to mention about Star Wars is that it has really fucking good music. Okay, hear that? I'm just gonna call her Cypher. Okay? You hear that, Cypher? They're not the same thing. Just because they both have ships and they're both in space doesn't make them the same thing. They have vastly different messages that they're trying to throw at you, and vastly different ways of approaching it. I'm Versus for Channel 5 News. It looks like this is Yahweh signing out. Bill Cypher versus Yahweh.